Hey there, everybody. First, apologies for the ever so slight tardiness, but second, hey, it's a good night. It's a good Thursday. Tonight's topic is gonna be what companies took the most money out of you. Maybe got you to buy the most figures. What were they doing in 2024 that made us all decide, holy geez, I gotta spend my money with these companies? Because, we all kind of need to make our wallets angry from time to time. Not really, but well, that happens. Now, I did want to mention just real quick before we got going. Let me find it here. Just because I want to make sure that any of you that are already on Patreon have a chance to do this. And any of you who just get the free stuff that's on there, awesome. All right, now I wanted to show you this here. These pictures are the pictures that are up for November's photo contest. So if you're on the Toypixx Patreon, if you're just a member there, you can go over and vote on which of these images you want to win in November. All you have to do is find the post and just comment with the number of the picture that you think is the best. The topic was relaxation, and I'm going to work on, probably, if I don't have it up tomorrow, I'll have it up the next day, what December's topic, or December's maybe not topic necessarily, theme is going to be for the Patreon contest. Things are still slammed. We're going to skip YouTube another month. My apologies on that. I swear it'll come back. So maybe I'll get into why this is all taking so long in this here live stream. Now, let's go see how everybody's doing. Skew Raider, good to see you, man. Thanks as always for stopping by. Star, hey guys, I'll be in and out tonight working on prepping some sculpted guitars for a show next week and need to get them painted. Jada and SHF have designs on all my income currently. Yeah. These stinking, this is what happens. This is what happens. Jada, Classified, Legends, Valaverse, Mofex, Savage Crucible, Brutal Realms, Spiro, Foray, Fury, Medi Memory, Tiny Bit, NECA, good Lord Skew. Man, yeah, they're all taking it. I was thinking that one was the clear winner for me. Hint, it's not Jada, except, well, not even in volume so much. But then I started looking and I'm like, I'm not sure. There might be one that just caught up to me that I didn't even think about. So we'll talk about that in a bit. I probably should have grabbed some representatives from there. All right, what do we got, Skew? In catch-up mode, yes. I need a video series where I'm just talking about catching up on the stuff that I missed. Mezco and SHF will get attention next year. Behind on every line I've mentioned to keep Stabby at bay. Enjoying it, though. I am, too. I don't know if you guys have seen. I posted a picture on the X account where I'm keeping up. I'm building my Jada army slowly but surely. Right now, it's up to 11 figures. But it continues to grow. I need my Jada army after all. Oh, what's going on, Tragic? Good to see you, sir. Let's see. You got your bees. All right. Hey, Dave in chat. Oh, boy. Let's see. I just saw you pop up now. That's okay, Tragic. I just popped up now. I was a little late tonight. I got behind somebody that was slow on my way home, and then I couldn't find stuff I wanted to have for the stream. So it was a little bit of their fault and a lot of bit of my fault. I should have just driven around them. Not that I'm that guy. Spaded one, McDysentery. NECA are a bunch of big meanie heads for pumping out 27 concurrent TMNT lines. Yeah, stinking TMNT. And everybody's got a TMNT line too. See, I'll only forgive them if they deliver Surf Ninjas, 3 Ninjas, or Ernest. Okay, all right, I don't know my Surf Ninjas. I feel like I should know my 3 Ninjas, but I don't. Everybody knows Ernest. I mean, they need to deliver Ernest. Woo-hoo. All right, tragic. What do we got? What do we got? Major. I got all of my Hero Quest expansion sets from Hasbro yesterday. Tabletop. Ghost of Marley should be in Saturday. That Ghost of Marley figure looks so good, man. I'm telling you, Mythics are they're gonna get a lot more of my money. Like I've never spent money on Mythics before, so clearly they're gonna get a lot more of them a lot more of it in 2025 than they ever have. Mr. Matson, my Robo Skulls and Dragonfly are in. Just got my pile of loot. What a Christmas. Also found the Legacy Marine Sniper in the store. Holy crap, man. That's awesome. That's a serious haul there. The Robo Skulls look sweet. I haven't seen a review yet, but just the pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, those did good work. Star, what company would have you if you could only have the one line most interested in? I think Jada Edge Runners has me. Me, it would be, and I've said this for a bit, Mofex would have me. Mofex would have, like, specifically the DC and Marvel comic lines, although I'd want to expand into Star Wars too. But yeah, Mofex without a doubt. What's going on, Harry? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Skew. Jada Army looking awesome, Dave. Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. Jada, Hanna-Barbera, and Street Fighter, then Hasbro. Let's see. Joe Classified. Wait, HB and Street Fighter. What am I thinking? HB. I said Hanna-Barbera. Is that just what you're looking forward to the most, Q? Speaking of bottomless money pits, anyone know about when the Jada Scooby-Doo line is scheduled to go live? Not it, man. I have no idea. I like their trickle. I like how it goes real slow for Jada stuff, actually. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. I kicked myself for skipping that Robo Skull. Can't own them all. I know, man. I know. That is a beautiful looking vehicle. Skew, Brutal is on the way too. Spiro's making a move. It's a horse race now. Yep. Yeah, it's all I don't even know. Like I thought I had it figured out, and then all these other companies are like, hold my mead. Spaded One. It's always so heartwarming to see a smaller company like Jada getting so much praise. Yeah, I don't know. See, with Jada, I feel like they can get away with a lot because they've made so much on their car stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, we made a ton on the cars. We make decent. I have to think they make a lot of profit margin just because of all the reuse that they have. It's basically all the same molds with different paint. So I have to think they were able to turn that into putting into their action figures. But yeah, I mean, the fact that they basically came out swinging for the fences is pretty amazing. Harry, let's see. How's Mom Pix doing, Dave? Mom Pix is out and about. She actually has a party she's at. Well, I'm talking to all you putzes. Mom's out partying. What's up with that? I'm good with it. I would rather be here than at the party she's at. Next summer, maybe for Scooby, I think. Fred and Barney next fall? Unknown. No pre-orders on the usual main sites yet. Yeah, we have no idea, and I haven't heard anything from June. Let's see. Oh, wave one. Got it, Skew. Got it. All right, Mr. Matson, Guile and Cammy were in my pile, so they are home now. Congrats, man. What do you think? What do you think? I'm assuming you haven't opened it just yet, but if you have, let us know what you think of those two. They will be mine soon. Agreed. Between their displays of edge runners combined with the quality I've seen from the figs of theirs that I have, I'm doomed. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at it as the Street Fighter line, as the Mega Man line, as the corporate mascots. I'm looking at it as the Jada line. Like, there's a reason I'm calling this my Jada Army. Like, it's gonna be fun, and their figures are just fun, you know. That's, I think, part of what really draws them to me, or draws me to them. Draws them to me. Come to me, my Jada. Skew, yep. Awesome, Mr. Manson. Don't know why I just went with that accent, but I'll take it. I'm counting on that Scooby-Doo line to be my bro's doorway into my hobby. He loves Scooby-Doo. Do you really want to do that to your brother's faded one? Actually, so check this out. And I don't know, my brother collects a bunch of, like, I guess, signatures, right? Images with signatures and all that. He somehow found, and I don't know if this was on eBay or what the deal was, and I'm not a signature guy, but when he sent me this, I was like, he found a picture of Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher signed. And I'm assuming he bought it. Like, he just texted me the image last night. I'm like, yep, that doesn't suck. So I never, my brother trying to get me into signatures, I don't want to do that, man. That's a whole new ball game. And doing this to your brother's faded one, ooh, I don't know. I don't know. You'll be like, yes, you can have just one. This one's free. You know what? If you're gonna get him like the first one free and all that to really get him hooked, you got to get him Scooby and Shaggy. He's got to have them both, and then he'll just go off on his own. Ouch! Was hoping it would be sooner than that. We just don't know. Like, I don't think June has given us any definitive stuff about it. Skew might be. We'll update. Trying best to remember what June said. Oh, Skew. Okay. Maybe because I don't remember June saying when that stuff was coming out. But if you got it, game on. Jada is so awesome. It's a win. Yeah. And I've got 2 Mega Man figures. And of course, they're both Mega Man figures. Wave 1 and 2, Spaded 1 McDysentery. Let's see. Scooby and Shaggy. The Toy Odyssey. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping in. Classified Cobra Stinger for 65 was a great deal. Nice. Where was that at? All right, we'll get to here, Star. What do we got here? I love how I don't have to spend a fortune in order to get fantastic figs from Jada. They're seriously rocking the proverbial figure boat. And that is one of the reasons I love Jada so much, Star. In fact, hang on just a sec. We'll grab a couple here just because. Let's see. Here we go. So you guys saw this Mega Man. You know what? And he was 20 bucks, and this thing's amazing, right? And then this was because I got the pink Chun-Li with a smiley face. That's a blast. That's just a lot of fun. And I don't see too many people taking pictures of this Chun-Li with the smiley face going on. Then, of course, Chester is a win. Like, Chester is why I want to see Jada start tackling some Looney Tunes figures. And Violent Ken, I don't know what it is, but they're SDCC exclusive figures like this one and Evil Ryu. I think they're sweet. I think they're fantastic. In fact, give me one more second. Because you already saw the blue one, I figured I had to bring this one in. And he got his hand like that so he can hold the bomb. It's just good stuff. And they're just quality. Like, nothing I got, with the exception of is more than 25 bucks. And the exclusives, you feel like you got your money's worth. So, yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I love about Jada. They're not only photogenic figures with extra heads, extra hands, extra accessories, but they're 25 bucks. They're amazing. All right, Skew. It was a ballpark to be announced subject to change, what he said, but close. Okay, Skew, I appreciate it, man. I don't know why. Like, usually I like to stay on top of what I'm talking about, but clearly I failed. Bring them on. They look great so far. Can't wait to see the whole gang and the band. Dude, yes. They need to make the Mystery Machine. I would love to see that. Ah. And they've already. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Skew. Appreciate it. Whew. Yep, full show. Dave, Hasbro Pulse, and oh, that's all right, Toy Odyssey. The Toy Odyssey. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for letting me know. See, I'm not sure that I would have gone crazy there. Yeah, the 3-0 Mega Man, sweet. I mean, he's pretty impressive, and I've considered it just because he's an MDLX figure, and I love the Transformers MDLX figures. Wow, haven't seen Bomb Man. Sweet. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And he's the same thing. Like he is pretty much the same thing going on here, Mr. Matson. I mean, these two are the exact same figures. The difference is whereas this Mega Man has the blast, this one has the bomb. And there's your difference. Like they both have the arm cannon, so you just use the blast from this one on this one if you need to and all that. So yeah, what they're doing is really cool, I think. It's really smart. And they make the figures. You know how sometimes you get figures that are just repaints of other stuff and they're kind of crappy. And then you see that they've thrown in something with that one figure that you want for a previous figure you got. I feel like Jada doesn't make crap. So you're better. Like you still feel a little off, but I'm better buying a repaint of a Jada figure because I know that what they come with is going to be awesome and the figure itself is going to be awesome than say from another company that is putting out stuff with just one part and you know you're going to buy that and only use that one part, you know? Oh yeah, the bomb. Also, the 8th hot sauce on Hot Ones, don't eat that. In my opinion, the Street Fighter line should have a happy head pack. So much of the artwork depicts the characters happy or interacting. Ken and DJ stand out because of their smiling heads. Yeah, that would be cool. And that maybe that's next. Maybe that's what they go with. June's like, you know what? Let's have some fun. I need 2 of Ryu and 1 Ken so I can put a Ryu head on Ken and get the guys from the arcade game Karate Champion. I love that game as a kid. I don't think I ever played Karate Champion. Might need to look at some stuff. Those Mega Mans look awesome. I can't go off course. I'm saving my cash for the Mezco Conan. Hey, I get it, Tragic. I totally get it. I was actually tempted by Tangerine the other day. I'm like, she does look cool, but I didn't pull the trigger there. Toy Odyssey would love to see them tackle Hanna-Barbera characters. Yep, a lot of people are firing off Space Ghost. Few, not as many, but a few have brought up Birdman too. But yeah, I'm sure June knows that the world wants Space Ghost. Did you get anything cool on Black Friday or Cyber Monday? I did not. I was pretty busy, sadly. So, okay. So, right now, the line that I thought, well, I didn't think I spent the most on this line, but the line that I thought I got the most figures from, or the company I thought I got the most figures from, was Jada. And it turns out it wasn't Jada. Now, I spent the most money on my Mafex figures this year. I still don't have the Phoenix, but that's the only comic figure released this year that I want to get. So I might still get her before the year's out. If not, I'll probably get her early next year. But yeah, as far as the most money that was spent, I got to give it to Metacom. Now, the figures I forgot to bring down, NECA. I got 8 figures from NECA. Now, the money doesn't equal the same as what was spent with these guys, but the figures themselves, that's the line that I got the most figures from. I got the Rabbit 4-pack, the Year of the Rabbit. I got Kirby. I got Last Ronin Raphael. And I got the First Turtles 2-pack. So, yeah, NECA came in, just totally took me by surprise. But yeah, that's what I got. Those were the 3 that came in and just totally stumped me. Skew Tony the Tiger in April 2025, Target. Fred and Barney Food Line, no date, also in Target. Shaggy Wave 1 early 2025. Really? Scooby and Wave 2, let's see. Shaggy Wave 1 early 2025, Scooby Wave 2 went. Okay. Okay. Why was I thinking what they showed would have been the first wave? So is the first wave then going to be Shaggy, Creeper, and Mummy? I don't remember what the first wave is then, Skew. I would have thought it was Shaggy and Scooby in the first wave, but I thought wrong. Star, I wish Jada would put out a beaten up head pack of the Street Fighter Pigs. Maybe that's it. We're going to get 2 head packs, one with them beaten up and the other with them all stoked to be there. All right, Skew. What do we got? June to Boog ACBA at NYCC 2024. Cool. Thank you, Skew. I think I missed that one. I don't think I saw the Boog interview. See, I would easily buy a Space Ghost or Snagglepuss. Yes. And if they make Snagglepuss, they could also make Sylvester from Looney Tunes. I mean, I don't know if they were exact. Probably not exact. You'd have to at least do a different head. Hear me out. Jada Toys, Johnny Quest. That would work, Spaded One. You did see on Monster Force that they've got his dad, Quentin. Wait, what? Hold on. Benton something Quest. Shoot, you guys helped me out last time, and I can't remember the middle name. But yeah, there's a Monster Force figure that looks just like his dad. Maybe they'll do Johnny next. Yeah, that is awesome news. Skew, let's see. Monster Force, yep. Dr. Quest as a start. Also doubles as Dr. Venom for Classified. Whoop, must push button. Jada could easily sell me a beaten up paint variant of every dang character. Know any better than to buy them all. That's me as well. Like I've got all the Chun-Li's right now. Who needs all the Chun-Li's? It's me. I need all the Chun-Li's. I still need one Ryu, or what? Why I keep saying Ryu. That's because I grew up saying Ryu. I still need one Ryu, and I need one Ken. Let's see, why? I've been waiting for years for great Lord of the Rings figures, and now SHF is delivering, but Jada Edgerunners is still stealing the show with me. Why? How? Because, like you said, Starman, like these are great figures and they don't break the bank. SHF, great figures, but they break the bank a little more. And there is something, the lines that they get, that Jada gets, like here's Mega Man and here's Chester. They're super colorful figures. And I think that makes a difference, honestly, even with me as I'm looking at them. I'm like, I shouldn't be swayed by super colorful stuff. And yet, when I put them all together, I love just seeing all the colors there with all the Jada stuff. Each wave a hero and 2 monsters for Scooby-Doo line. Yeah, Shaggy and Creeper and Mummy. Yep, think so. Got it, Skew. Appreciate it, man. Man, now I'm wondering who the next monsters and the next everybody else are going to be. Dave, I picked up the Valaverse hand pack. I'm going to see about customizing them to fit G.I. Joe's and Monster Force figs. Nice. I'm going to get more into Action Force and Monster Force next year for sure, too. Things are going crazy. Things are looking up. Would they do Haji, or is it too risky for today's progressiveness? I don't know. We talked about that in the past, too. And I wasn't remembering Haji, I guess, the way that everybody else was. Like, I was thinking he was just another character, but people were saying, well, some of the stuff he did might be a little culturally insensitive. So I don't know. But I mean, I feel like you can't have Johnny Quest without Haji. All right, Spaded One. I think we all have the same sickness here. You would definitely not be alone. This is true. Like, truly, Jada can put out whatever at this point, and I'll be like, okay, I got this. I'm good. Although I did see Anthony's Customs review of DJ, and he wasn't that impressed with DJ, and he's been impressed with most of them. I think he said, Jada, you built a lot of goodwill. Don't start blowing it now. So that doesn't mean I'm not getting DJ. I'm totally getting DJ. but I was kind of surprised with that. Ghost have. I would like the Scooby Doo figures, but just to buy the guest stars, Globetrotters is day one buy. We talked about a bunch of the guest stars. I think Phyllis Diller. We talked about Don Knotts. We talked about Vincent Price. The Globetrotters, of course, made it. I would love that to be the gateway to get the Hanna-Barbera Super Friends cartoon, so you get Batman and Robin. I think that would be hilarious. Skew, I'm all right with Haji as a character for the most part as a figure. Yeah, I wouldn't, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I mean, people don't want a hooded Cobra Commander, and that hood doesn't look anything like what the problem seems to be. So I don't know. It's just going to come down to what Jada thinks of when it comes to their sensitivity. And obviously, they're not so sensitive about proportions on some figures based on Cammy, you know? Let's see. Nero's suit would be approved by Sammy Davis Jr. So styling Haji. Oh dear. I don't know things. Was Sammy Davis Jr. on Scooby Doo? That would be awesome as well. My GJ had literally none of those issues. I guess it's luck of the draw. Oh, good, good, good. That's good to hear. Let's see. Oh, the poor cat sitting here saying, I need food. I would love to see a quarter at 112 scale version of Venture Brothers. If Jada does it, they will get my money. Venture Brothers is an adult parody of Johnny Quest. I had heard of the Venture Brothers. I believe I can picture them, but I never saw them. So I had no idea they were a parody of Johnny Quest. That's awesome. Let's see. Haji wore a turban, used a flute to charm a snake, and his catchphrase was "Sim Zim Zalablim." I would still buy him right away. Yep, yep. I forgot about the flute. I wonder. I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, that was obviously a stereotype way back when. Hey there, Anton. Good to see you, man. Did you email that one shop that we found with all the Doctor Who figures to see if they'll ship to the U.S.? Tragic. I want a hooded Coco. Fifi's getting in the way of cool stuff. This is fact. This is fact. Yeah. Tragic. We're all clamoring for that fully articulated doctor girlfriend. What? I know nothing. Star, I was shocked at the review of how bad that SHF Bruce Lee is. I was thinking of getting him. It's clear that Jada's Fei Long, come on, it's Bruce, is the superior fig. No surprise there. Well, in that Bruce Lee figure's defense, he was saying that it's basically a reissue from several years ago and that the articulation has jumped up quite a bit. That's right, kids. I do pay attention to Anthony's Customs. I do like the objective reviews. And I love it when he reviews some stuff that I know he's going to hate that he bought. That cracks me up. He wore the same Nehru suits Haji wore in the sixth. Okay, okay. I got it, Skew. Why did I not think of that? Sci-Fi George, what's up? All hail Hooded Cobra Commander. Yeah, that would just be fun. All right, Anton. Not yet, but I will. Thanks for all the help. We can talk about the Cybermen a little bit. The Cybermen? Have you spent a lot of money on Cybermen? I don't know what they are. See, Spaded One, you read my mind. There are things I clearly don't know. I need to catch up on with Johnny Quest, it seems. Skew, the way Haji was designed is feasible as a figure character. He just might make it out. Good design matches rest of the cast. Yeah, maybe if they just ignore the other stuff, maybe he comes out and he's good to go. Tragic Dave, Dr. Girlfriend is from Venture Okay, this is a show you need to put on your nerd watch list. Okay, all right, Dr. Girlfriend. This could be funny. Venture Brothers is goat. Woo! It is goated. The fact that you even know who Haji is tells me you'd love it. Oh dear. What's up, Brotato Chips? Oh, Han Sol Bro. What's going on, man? I've got a buddy that will send me texts like that once in a while, and then I have to sit there and come up with a way to fit bro into whatever. I clearly wasn't thinking of anything there. Good to see you. Space Pirate Cobra went on pre-order. All but BBTS has them sold out. I'm glad I'm not the only one that still remembers the anime. Space Pirate Cobra. Oh, the one that, yeah, but isn't he the one, isn't he Storm Collectibles? Because Storm is US or is BBTS. Storm is BBTS exclusive in the US, right? Or are you talking other foreign sites? The way I said that. Foreign sites. Yes. Ghost have that figure is fire. Haji is fire. Love that show. Oh, me and my buddy do that all the time. And I'll just come up with stuff that doesn't work at all and still fire it off. All right, guys. So you've seen and heard from what I've got going on. So what happened with my collection this year? Probably I spent the most on Metacom. I spent the second most on NECA, and I spent the third most on Jada. Now with Metacom, let's see. However, with Metacom, I got the fewest number of figures. With NECA, I got the greatest number of figures, and with Jada, I got 6. I got middle of the road as far as figures, but I spent way less. And again, I think that's what Jada is so awesome about. They're incredible figures, and you're not breaking the bank on them. That's why I'm working so hard to complete my Jada army. For Cobra, I was referring to foreign sites. Got it, Ghost Tab. Thank you. Yeah, plenty of people knew what was going on with that. Wasn't Race Bannon pretty much the go-to guy for the Johnny Quest series? He seemed to me to get even more screen time than Johnny himself. You know, I remember Haji. I remember the name Race Bannon. No, never mind. I do remember Race Bannon. He almost was kind of like, he was the cool guy. Yeah, the go-to guy. Was he, Race Bannon had white hair, right? Or am I off? Skew, if they start, they can kill it with figures from older animes they haven't made figures of yet. The go-to guy. Harry, I got the special edition Blu-ray of Johnny Quest with all the Race Bannon murdering bad guys. I totally got to go back. I got to watch Johnny Quest, and then I got to watch Venture Brothers, it sounds like. It's been so long. Star, I always wondered what would have become of the quests if Race wasn't around. So Race was basically the guy that did the dirty work, and everybody else was not doing quite as much dirty work. The rifle and machine gun and whatever. Tragic. Hasbro, Mezco, Ramen Toys, and Four Horsemen got my cash in 2024. Yeah, Hasbro will do that, especially when it comes to their HasLabs and Mezco. The figures, they do look good. I'm sure I'm gonna have to jump in on a Mezco just to see what I think. So we'll see. And Ramen Toys, I do need to start getting up. So, all right, guys, here's the thing, and you'll hear this. You're on the live stream. This is exclusive stuff. So what's going on? The stuff that's got me slowing down, the stuff that has me so I'm not responding on social media or posting there nearly as much as I was right now is that I'm actually looking for office space so I can set up some stuff and just have a spot for all this stuff to be in so I can record videos, so I can do some other stuff for Toypixx. Like I legit have huge plans for Toypixx in 2025, but before I can implement any of them, I need a space. So that's what's taken a while, is we thought we had a spot, but then that fell through. And so then we've got somebody else that just isn't returning calls and all that. So Then I'm looking at second and third options. It's just turned into a whole crazy mess. Like I thought I'd have this figured out like a month ago. And that's what's got me so that I'm not as on top of things as I'd like to be. That's why YouTube isn't having a photo contest this month. So yeah, that's where I'm at. But at some point here, probably I'm hoping within the next couple months, Toypixx will have an office. I'll be doing this stuff from a far better looking location as far as all this stuff goes. And then I'm just going to start cranking. And you won't ever get rid of Toypixx. I'll be everywhere. Anyway, that's what's going on. And that's the thing that's just got me always feeling like I'm running rampant right now. Spaded one, my NECA spending cut back heavily with the slowing down of the TMNT tune and movie line. No worries though. Gundam stepped in and absorbed that budget. Oh, Gundam. They're such heroes like that, aren't they? I do sometimes I'm like, I want to get some Gundam wings. It's been so long. Awesome. All right. I am remembering Race Bannon. Thanks, Q. And well, if you think that's awesome, then you should watch Thundar or Thundar the Barbarian. I remember Thundar better than I remember Johnny Quest. And I thought it was all right. So I'll have to go back and double check some of this stuff. Race was the muscle of the group. Nice. Ghost have Skew Raider. They still have Lady and Crystal Bowie. I doubt they'll do Rug Ball version. I don't know what those are. Oh no. Great googly moogly. Skew, that Johnny Quest theme song, man, so fire, up there with Hawaii Five-0. Mofex or Jada McGarrett, Jack Lord figures at some point, or somebody make a head sculpt. I think you're going to get a head sculpt, definitely. Herman, what's up, man? Hey, y'all, Mofex, Mezco, Hasbro, and Action Force all hung me out to dry this year. So here's another question, guys. Did we all lock up our knife drawers? Because the wallets, I hear I'm not the only one with a Mr. Stabby. Wait until you find out who Race Bannon parody is in Venture Brothers. I'll give you a hint. His name is Brock Sampson, 6'7", a murdering machine for Dr. Venture. Nice. Oh no, this is going to get rough, isn't it? It's going to be hilarious, but it's going to get rough. Let's get Chester so he's a little more here. There we go. Chester should always be hanging around. Let's do that with a little bit of Mega Man too. Oh, there we go. All right. Ghost have, you think Harlock is coming? Oh man, you guys are talking above my pay grade. Brock Sampson, so Studley. Oh dear. Ghost have Skew Raider. I wouldn't be surprised. Harlock and Esmeralda were ones of the most famous characters back then. Is this all okay? So are we talking Johnny Quest right now, or are we talking Venture Brothers? Because I got work to do, clearly. I'm still wishing that Mezco would do a music line for their 112 series, what I wouldn't give for Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin 112 figs. Ziggy Stardust, Doors, Sabbath, GNR. I need to stop. Yeah, you know, Star, you're the one that seems to wish things into existence. And if you wish those things into existence, then you're going to have Mezco's musician line as well as Jada's everything line. And then beyond that, you're going to have SHF's Lord of the Rings line. And I don't know if we can be saved at that point. Anton, that is a set they can knock out too. Thundar. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera, I think they would do incredibly well with that. Anton, I think that Jack Kirby worked on both shows, Johnny Quest and on Thundar the Barbarian. Huh. I bet he did work on Thundar, I think. I don't remember if he did Johnny Quest or not. You guys were actually the ones that were telling me about all that. I'm clueless. What advantages does an office give? I'm asking because all the YouTubers I see for figure operate from a room in their house. So what it does is right now the way I'm set up is I just don't have room to do all the things I want to do. So right now, for instance, most of the YouTubers aren't also trying to do a lot of photography and aren't trying to walk people through all that stuff. So they can set up a stage with, say, like if we're talking Robo, right? He's got his blue set up and he stands his figures there. He does his reviews there and everything else. He basically just has a spot that he needs to have set up so he can do all that. What an office will do is it will allow me to have that kind of spot for recording video and then a separate spot where I can set up monitors and all this other stuff for photography. So I'll be able to kind of do the YouTube thing here. I'll be able to do the photography thing here. I'll have a desk set up elsewhere that I can actually work on stuff. There's a lot more. So you've got the YouTubers that are mostly just doing YouTube. I've got a lot more that I want to put together. So it just does kind of that. And it will also help it set it up so I've got more of a studio arrangement. And to be honest, my place, like I said, it doesn't have the room for this kind of stuff. And even if I try and set it up at mom's place, it also doesn't have the room for that kind of setup. So really with this, it's just a space issue. Ah, excuse Stabby is getting amped for the holidays. Stabby doesn't seem as angry when I'm shopping for other people. Stabby just hates it when I'm shopping for me. Music Mezco had Charlie Murphy, Prince, and Rick James, Bootsy Collins, and James Brown, then Freddie Mercury, Bowie, and Elvis Hendricks. Oh, man. You know they got to throw the Man in Black in there as well. Ah, Bowie, Freddie, Hendricks. You're kind of knocking it out of the park. If we go back in that era, you got to bring in Janis Joplin. You probably got to bring in, oh, Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. I don't know if anybody would buy those. What do you think, guys? Would you buy those? Neil Young, I'm not so sure. If you go to the bars a lot, you got to get, oh, the Sweet Caroline guy. Oh, why am I blanking on Van Morrison? You got to get Van Morrison for the ba ba ba. Okay. On the go. I also want space to set up a lot of diodes and stuff. That's why I need an office. So I can just, and one other reason for the office, by the way, is I can set something up in the office so people can come in and use it to take their own photos and I can teach them there, get some money that way as well. So that's another reason I was thinking, oh, I could double up a little bit here. I am, after all, a businessman at heart, entrepreneurial even, maybe. We'll see. Ghost have Captain Harlock and Pirate Queen Esmeralda were classic animes from the time Space Adventure Cobra's time, so it would make sense if they make stargazers of Galaxy Railroad figures. Holy jeez. I need to learn more. Skew Ghost have awesome Canada and Bike. I know those. I know those. Those would be sweet. They can kill those between SHF and Storm. Ooh. You know who needs to get more into vehicles? Mofex. Mofex needs to get more into vehicles. Dave, focus on your studio. That is so awesome to hear. Thank you, Tragic. I appreciate it, man. It'll be good. It'll be good. When it happens, it's going to be pretty awesome. And you guys will notice an immediate difference in pretty much everything. Jack Kirby and Alex Toth worked on Thundar and all that stuff. I was thinking you guys had told me about Thundar. I couldn't remember Johnny Quest though. But I mean, you guys will know that better than I will. Anton, if they do Thundar, are they definitely, let's see, they definitely should do the 3 horses and Hookah's creature that he rides. They got, what do they got? They've got 3 main characters, right? Oh, wait. Thundar has that blob thing too, doesn't it? Definitely. Yes. Ghost Tab, I would like for Figma to do a re-release of Cobra. It's currently on the 120 USD and above. Ooh. Ooh, that's a couple bucks. Spaded One, I want to see Jada take a swing at the Addams Family. Fond memories of the early 90s. I wonder, man. I wonder what June's got in his sights. Like, it seems every year they announce 1 or 2 new things. So I'm wondering if we're going to get new announcements this year. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get new announcements, but I'm wondering what they could even be. Neil Diamond. Yep. Let's see. Star, you're mad. I will have to tap into my saving for a Music Mezco line. 9 Inch Nails, The Cure, Ozzy, and Rob Zombie would be sick. Or look sick. Anton, can I ask what your favorite Marvel movie is? Man, you can, but I'm not going to answer. Kidding, Anton. Oh, man. I have to say I loved Endgame because of how well it tied everything together. Like, there were just little bits, right? And if you really paid attention to the movies, you'd catch most of these. I'm sure there were several I didn't catch. But like, you remember when Hawkeye's fighting Black Panther at the airport? And I think Hawkeye says, "Hey, I'm Clint," to Black Panther, and Black Panther says, "I don't care," right? And then in Endgame, they're fighting together, like on the same team, and Black Panther hollers over to Hawkeye, "Clint, toss it here," like toss the Infinity Gauntlet my way, right? They just tied so many of those little things together that I loved it. But I still think my favorite is Winter Soldier. How about you, Anton? What's yours? Skew, yes. Johnny Cash, Joplin, Morrison, Dylan, Neil Diamond, MJ, tons for a line. Oh, MJ, why did I not think of him? Tons for a line. Don Ho with Hula Dancer bonus figure. You need to get like 2 of those, Skew. Hula Dancers need to come in a 2-pack. Neil Diamond, wasn't it? Was it Neil Diamond that did that? God, I was swore it was Van Morrison, but maybe not. Okay, Jimmy Buffet, yes. James Taylor, yep. If we're going classic, you got to go with James Taylor. If Jada goes for Hanna-Barbera, do you think they'd ever do large vehicles? If they did Space Ghost, I need a Phantom Cruiser. The Herculoids would have to have Ookla, Zoc, and Tundra. Gleep and Gloop, no idea. Gleep and Gloop, that's who I was thinking of. I don't know. I know that they obviously do vehicles, but they're doing small vehicles. Would they be able to do vehicles that can handle these figures? I don't know. My assumption is they would at least try. And I think we're going to get our first, I'm calling it now. I think we're going to get our first attempt with a mystery machine because of the Scooby line. And depending on how well the mystery machine does, and by the way, I have no sources, no anything like that, obviously, but just the way that they're building everything, there's no other line that they're really messing with that would have a vehicle that would sell as well as I think a mystery machine is or would, which is why I guess mystery machine. So if they make a mystery machine and it does well, I think then we're looking at a lot more possibilities. See, now we're just teasing wacky racers with vehicles. Yup. I would love to see those figures. Like, I need a Muttley. Man, I totally screwed up, didn't I? I mean, Star, I'll take him. Yes. Ghost Tab, kids nowadays would go crazy for some of those Scooby-Doo guests, included Batman and Robin, Dune oh, the Dune Buggy, yes! How did I forget about the Dune Buggy? Yeah, kids today, they're all about Don Knotts and Tim Conway. There's oh man, I can't even remember the context, so I shouldn't bring it up. There was a clip, but I'm going to anyway. There was a clip from, I believe it was the Mary Tyler Moore show, where Tim Conway, like his character says something, and like before you know it, everyone on set is dying. They're like crying. Like they're literally on the floor laughing so hard. And I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but man, I shouldn't have brought it up. Now go look for it though, because it's hilarious. Comedy has no expiration date. I hope the studio hunt goes well. Thank you, Herman. I really enjoyed the tutorials, lighting tips, etc. Yeah, I would love. In fact, I'm going to get more into all that stuff. So stay tuned. The studio will happen. It's just I thought it would happen long before now. So don't worry. You guys will know when it goes on. Mezco doing Kiss. Love them or hate them, figs of those guys would look awesome. Fact. Thundar with 3 characters. Thundar, Ariel the Sorceress, and Uklo, who was a mock. Let's see. You're thinking of the Herculoids, a group of monsters and their human friends who fight other monsters and bad guys. Okay, okay. Why was I? That was Gleep, right? Man, I'm so ignorant to all the things. Wyclef, Lauren Hill, Bob Marley, Debbie Harry, Henry Rollins, a Beatles set. Ah, how much do you think a Beatles set would? How much do you think licensing that would cost? Ray Charles, for sure, man. You need a Ray. Everybody, if they come out with a Ray Charles and I don't have a Mezco yet, that will be my first Mezco for sure. Elton John, Stevie Wonder, it will be a crazy music line. Oh, Ray was so awesome. There's a video, one of my absolute favorite videos ever, and it's only like 8 minutes long. It's a video of Fats Domino, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Ray Charles all playing together. And in the background, you've got Ronnie Wood. You've got, oh my God, the guy, oh wow, I can't, Paul Schaefer. You've got Paul Schaefer there. He kind of put the whole thing together. It's a great video. I think it's from a video called Fats and Friends, but you just check that out and it's just a blast. It's like a 7 or 8 minute video and it's just a fun video to watch. And it's just these guys playing and it's amazing. Led Zeppelin, Earth, Wind and Fire, George Clinton, Ozzy Osbourne. Ah, this line. Oh man, if Mezco is paying attention, they're like, who's taking notes? Alice Cooper, the Ramones, let's see, Hanoi Rocks. The list is nearly endless, and I'd be every single one of them. Oh, oh dear. Ghost Dad, Jada could do a lot of the Scooby-Doo guest stars since most of them are dead. Yeah, but they've still got their estates to deal with. But yeah, that would be awesome. Anton, with Marvel, it's all about Spider-Man, so probably No Way Home. 3 Spider-Mans for the price of 1, taking on the famous villains, including Doc Ock, Electro, the Lizard, and of course, the Green Goblin. No Way Home was a blast. No Way Home after Endgame, I think it was probably before Wolverine and Deadpool, or Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it was the only one that I watched again. Like most of them, I was like, eh. After Endgame, I mean, but that one was fun. And Deadpool and Wolverine, by the way, I've watched that 3 times so far, and I'm not that guy. I love that movie. Spaded one. That Scooby-Doo line might be our back door to a 1/12 Jada Batman. That's what I'm saying. And then suddenly all kinds of super friends. Jada has a Super Friends DC license. Wouldn't that be a fun announcement? Star, we'll get it to happen. Get ready. I wonder, those rights would have to be insane. You need the person that handles the rights for Funko to make that stuff happen. It would be hilarious if Jada makes a Space Ghost Coast to Coast TV set for half the price McFarlane is charging in their Joker TV set. Man, and they could. There would be no, I mean, I don't know what McFarlane, I don't know what the actual reasons are. We know what they told us the reasons are. But if we take them at face value and it's due to the violent nature of the set and it couldn't have been released any other way, I don't think that Jada would have any of those restrictions on their stuff. So, yeah, it probably would be half price or even less. Please? Yes, please. Skew, I love the way you think. Keep singing that song, brother. Oh, man. If we're talking vehicles, they should do dishes, flying aces. I don't know what that is. I'm so bad at this game. Tim Conway and Harvey Korman. Yes, Burnett and Vicki Lawrence would always break. They were so funny. Yes, and it is those three. I couldn't remember Harvey Korman's name, but yes, it was, or those three. It was those four on, and it was. I mean, they're laughing so hard that I'm sitting there crying, laughing my butt off, watching them. Ah, Herculoids had those yellow slimes, Gleep and Gloop, and the rhinoceros with 8+ legs. That would be a blast. That would be a cool figure. That's the thing too. Like Jada, when Jada does stuff, they just do fun stuff. Like they are made for Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes. You're talking about the famous clown sketch where this clown had died. Is that what it was, Anton? Awesome, man. Awesome. Just remember that I am a Time Lord. I got you, Anton. You're good. Classic Aerosmith, Queen, Spinal Tap, Guar. A friend of mine introduced me to Guar when we were quite young, and it was hilarious. Megadeth, Endless. Guar was so insane. Skew, figure band sets with music anthologies would be an awesome thing. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Like you get, oh, you know what? Mezco would go retro with it. They'd get you those figures and they'd come with records. Music optional. I mean, you'd have to get them. You'd have to get the music. Unfortunately, getting a license to do most of those guys, wow, good luck. That's kind of what I'm thinking, especially when you guys were throwing out the Beatles. I'm like, ooh, or even Michael Jackson would probably be insane too. If you already said it, it'll start facts, but we can dream. Or if you already have it. All right, I'm trying to get through these quick, guys. I just can't see Roger Waters giving a green light to making figs of him or Floyd. Too many people would be made happy by that, and there's no way that Roger would ever allow that. Oh dear. So basically, he's just like the rest of the entertainment industry. Hasbro needs to do a pre-MCU line and gives us Hasselhoff Fury, Ferrigno Hulk, and Motorcycle Helmet Captain America. That would be hilarious. Like a Hasselhoff Fury is now necessary. Skew Raider, Wacky Racers might happen after they get Hanna-Barbera going well. I mean, if they pull off the Mystery Machine and it's awesome, suddenly Jada's like, you know what we could do? I would be all in. I would have no choice but to be all in. By the way, they put for pre-order the Phantom video game. I hope it does well. I would go nuts if we get a review of the Shadow, the Phantom, the Shadow. I know nothing. I gotta get back. I feel like I should play video games more, and I haven't played video games since Halo 3. They kind of already started with Spider-Man. That's true. That's true. They could keep going though. Tundra. Door figure set. Oh dear, that would be quality. Add the Rocketeer. I love that movie. That IP needs a revival. Like basically, just think of fun characters and just wish for Jada to do them. That's why I want him to do Looney Tunes so bad. You getting any character options? Doctor Who figures we looked at. You're doing it, Anton. Let's see. Dick Dastardly and Flying Aces. Okay, got it. I remember Dick Dastardly. That might happen. The pre-MCU MCU set. That would be a fun exclusive because you know those wouldn't go too crazy out there, out and about. Except Udo, Twisted Sister, Testament. Ah, I'm gonna stop now. This kind of hurts. Nobody, I don't think's brought up Telica. Had to be done. Spider-Man, Avenger of Hell, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep butchering names. Had a question. I was gonna. Oh, here it comes. How about her Legends Boris Karloff, Peter Cushing? That would be cool. Huh. That would be cool. What did I see Peter Cushing in? Do you guys know Peter Cushing was in Top Secret? And I talked about that a little bit. Okay. I have a question, and this has to do nothing with toys, but here's what I've heard so far about Skeleton Crew. I have heard it's a lot of fun, but it doesn't feel like Star Wars. What do you guys think? Has anybody seen Skeleton Crew yet? Spaded one. Space Ghost would have to include set pieces. Ghost with desk, Zoraida with organ, Brack with mic stand, and Moltar with screen. Chair with hanging TV. Build a figure. That would be kind of awesome. Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera will get Jada a lot of customers and even more fans. That's what I'm hoping. Especially like, okay, I know a lot of Hanna-Barbera fans are here, and you guys know me. I don't care about any of the properties they're making, and I'm buying them anyway. So I would buy Hanna-Barbera, but if they announced Looney Tunes, I would go insane. I would be so stoked. Zeroida. Sci-Fi George, if Jada does the Mystery Machine, then I need Blue Falcon, Flintstones, Jetsons, and Hong Kong Phooey's vehicles. Oh man, Flintstones for sure. I don't remember Hong Kong Phooey's or Blue Falcons. I do remember. Okay, so I remember the Flintstones and the Jetsons vehicles. Man, that would be. Can you imagine? Okay, so Jada makes. I can't remember what scale, but they make a Flintstone car. I haven't seen a Jetsons one, and I don't know about the others, but they definitely do Flintstones. They've also made the Mystery Machine at a smaller scale. I kind of need to see all this. I want it all to exist. I want to be that stoked that they're making this awesome stuff. All right, now nobody is answering my Skeleton Crew question, and that makes me kind of sad. Hong Kong Phooey was Kung Fu Dog, add Secret Squirrel, and 2 stupid dogs. Hong Kong Phooey was Kung Fu Dog. What? Hold on. Add Secret Squirrel and 2 stupid dogs. You know what? Oh, guys. Okay. If we get, so Hanna-Barbera is Warner Brothers. We could get Looney Tunes because Warner Brothers, but then we could also get Animaniacs because Warner Brothers. And suddenly the Jada Army just gets insane. Like I know Tiny Toons has its following, But Animaniacs was way cooler, and Tiny Toons felt like knockoff of the original Looney Tunes, to me anyway. But now I'm like, oh, wait a sec. Saw it. Some people didn't like it. Let's see, Tyrone, our dude, Dave. But I do like so far. It is at least all right. Give it a chance. First 2 episodes, you won't hate it. Good 80s, 90s feel. Awesome, Skew. I appreciate it, man. I mean, a lot of people I've heard have said it's a fun show, just that it's not necessarily Star Wars. I heard Skeleton Crew was pretty decent. Star Looney Tunes and the Pink Panther characters would be spectacular. Jada is potentially bringing back my entire childhood. I love those guys. And they're keeping it modern with things like Cyberpunk Edge Runners too, Star. They're running the gamut here. Ghost Tab, it is. I like Skeleton Crew. Skew. I like it, man. I like it. Haven't seen Skeleton Crew, but Creature Commandos is out today on Max. And I heard Creature Commandos was good. I don't know enough about that. I want to wait. I want to hear that things are good before I go in and just check them out. Like it used to be, I would automatically think, hey, if a Star Wars show is coming out, I'm going to check it out. After the last one, I'm less inclined to do that. So hearing that Skeleton Crew is a good time makes me happy. Peeps were burnt so much they can't risk watching it. Acolyte turned them beyond repair. That's kind of where what I was just getting at, Skew. Like that made me so I'm like, I'm out. But hearing that you like it, I'll check it out. I saw you had a picture of Sonic in your thumbnail. I would love for them to do a Sally figure because she is as pretty as Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps. Oh, I'm terrible at this. Going to check out Creature Commandos 2. Report afterwards. Score. Spaded One. Virtua Fighter doesn't get enough love. Jada should go after that next. Man, I think we've planned out basically the next 10 years for poor Jada. June, if you're listening, we got you, man. We got you. Mr. Matson, Skeleton Crew is okay, I guess. All right. So what is it, Mr. Matson? Is it that it's fun and like a Goonies in space, which is what I keep hearing? Is it that it's fun in that way, but not exactly Star Wars? Like, what's some bad, maybe? All right, let's see. It's more that I just don't care anymore. Oh, yeah. That's really hard. I love Star Wars, but it is hard to be in that boat. Hong Kong Fooey was a kung fu dog who had a little car and a cat who was his sidekick. He also was voiced by the great Scatman Crothers. Okay. I didn't remember Hong Kong Fooey. Why was I thinking it was basically, wait, no, I'm thinking Underdog. Never mind. Okay, Anton, what was in my head was Underdog more than Hong Kong Fooey. Now I'm picturing him, and I remembered that Hong Kong Fooey was Scatman. You know what? Nobody's ever going to do this, but I would love like a figure line of great voice actors. Get Scatman in there, get Peter Cullen, get Frank Welker, get Mel Blanc, all that. Those would be awesome. I don't know that I don't think anybody would ever do that, but that would be fun. I'd get it nuts. It's gotten so bad that it's a win. Being all right. Oh, so depressing. Tiny Toons were the proteges of the Looney Tunes and begat Animaniacs, begat Pinky and the Brain. There was also Freakazoid, Tasmania, and Toonsylvania. I remember Freakazoid and Tasmania. I don't remember Toonsylvania at all. Let's see. I'm trying to be Goonies in space, but it's pretty meh. Oh, it's trying to be Goonies in space, but it's pretty meh. All right. I want them to do, I want it to be good. I really do. The first part is space cul-de-sac. Then they go into space. Watch it, Dave. Not too much space cul-de-sac, just enough. That's the thing. That was the thing in the first trailer. I'm watching it and I'm like, why am I watching a galaxy far, far away and I'm seeing a cul-de-sac? That threw me. I didn't like the look. Yep, yep. If it's just okay, then that's a win. Spaded one. There's a trailer for a live action CGI Hong Kong Phooey movie starring Eddie Murphy that never got made out there. That's awesome. I didn't even know about that. I'll have to see if I can find that. I wish Jada would do figs of a sci-fi sports game like Cyberball or Speedball. I'd buy so many teams. Probably too niche for the company to risk. Sadly. I mean, yeah. I think Guys, I think we hit it on the head with Hanna-Barbera. I mean, yes, personally, I would love Looney Tunes, but the fact that they're venturing into Hanna-Barbera a little bit maybe will open the door for Looney Tunes. And the fact that they've got cyberpunk edge runners. What other, with how good David and Lucy look like they're going to turn out, and then there's also Maine and Rebecca, what other, I guess, more modern series do you think Jada could do and do a great job at? Whether it's anime, whether it's not, what are you thinking? Cul-de-sac is the new bricks. I heard about that. I didn't notice it either. That was in Andor, wasn't it, Spaded One? Like, I think it was Star Wars Theory noticed that there were bricks in Andor, I believe. See, I'd love to see Jada do some generic baddies like ninjas or military basic army builder stuff. That would be pretty cool. I feel like right now we're getting our army builder fix via Monster Force and Action Force. But if Jada could do the same kind of thing for well, I guess $5 less for Action Force and $12 less for Monster Force, that'd be a little easier to build with. Third season of the new Night Court is hilarious. They got rid of some dead weight. Are they already on the third season? Man, I remember loving Night Court as a kid, and I just haven't even tried watching the new one. Bernadette's the judge, right? Like that's Harry's kid. We almost didn't have Mel Blanc. Every time he tried to audition, he was stopped by one man until the guy died. His son took over, and then Mel was allowed to audition. Wow, I didn't know that either, Anton. Man, I'm glad we got him. Theory didn't hate it either, so warrants a watch, Dave. First 2 episodes. Gotcha, Skew. Gotcha. Yeah, I will. I will. Like, I don't think I can ever just turn away. My problem is with the last show that I try not to name, I ended up hate watching it. Like I was, it was like I was getting angrier with each episode, each new episode, and I don't want to be that way with this. Let's see, the fourth season. Let's see, of Superman and Lois was epic. I need to. I keep seeing that that was pretty awesome. I need to check some of that out. Mr. Madsen got Bernadette as judge. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Got it. So all right, we're talking right now. So I think Jada can go nuts with Hanna-Barbera. Obviously, they're making inroads already. We've got Capcom with Mega Man and Street Fighter. We've also got the Universal Monsters line that they did. We've got Serial Monsters. What do you think? I mean, I just don't know. I don't know a lot of the newer stuff enough to say, oh my God, you know what would be awesome is Blue Eyed Samurai. I love that anime. That would be a blast, especially if they're going in more kind of a more edgy direction, like with Cyberpunk. Blue Eyed Samurai would be a cool thing too. but I don't know if they'd go for that. So what are you thinking modern wise, whether it's video game, whether it's anime, whether it's something else? What are you thinking? Star, not modern, but maybe they could do a classic like Akira. So many of those anime shows licenses are already spoken for. Can't see many widely known shows being available. Yeah, but I wonder, so like Storm is doing Street Fighter, but so's Jada. So I'm wondering what they could do with the contracts to try and make it so, I know they're doing their thing, but we can do our thing too. Like in a lot of ways, I don't know why SHF isn't allowed to be in the US aside from Hasbro doesn't want them here. But like as far as their Star Wars line, it's such a more expensive line that it doesn't feel like it really would compete with Black Series, even though they're roughly the same scale. So I just wonder what they'd be able to swing with that. Skew, if it gets bad, I will immediately alert you, Dave. I'm watching it closely. Appreciate it, Skew. Spaded One, Pirates of Darkwater. That look would probably fit pretty well. Let's see. I still want Jada. Let's see. Invader Zim figs. Excuse Spaded One. Pirates equals Jada equals fire. Ooh, you know what? We've got them on that side. Bane's huge. Let's put Bane over here. Oh, that's fun. Skew Raider, or you can watch out Tuesday Night Show. We talk all that stuff, comic shows, movies, toys. Watch our Tuesday Night Show. Got it, Mr. Manson. What time is that again? I got to get better about watching your guys' stuff. Right? I don't know why I squeaked like that. Levelhead, what's up, man? Since Jada already has Capcom, would love to see a Resident Evil line. Now that could be a natural progression too. Ooh, that's a good call. Skew will do. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's see. I'd like to see Jada do fully articulated figures of each state's NFL mascots. Sci-Fi George, that would be awesome. That would be a blast. And they'd probably be able to make them look textured like that too. Channel names? Yes, tell us things. Like I'm sure you've told me in the past. My brain, it died. The idea of Jada getting some of those beloved series licenses and making awesome figs at a great price, speechless, just wow. Head explodes. That would be me as well, Star. I would be so incredibly excited. On from 10 to 12 Eastern, 9 to 11 Central. Got it. Tuesdays, 10 to 12 Eastern. Jada really has the animated figure look down. I'm kind of interested to see how they handle a realistic license now that they're firing on all cylinders. I want to see them do an animal too. Ooh. Dino. You know what? They're going to do Scooby. So what about Dino? And what other kind of animal are you thinking of, Spaded One? Harvey Dent 13, thank you for stopping by, man. Mofex needs to make classic Wonder Woman. How have they not done her yet? You are preaching to the choir, sir. The number one figure that I want in my collection that I don't have is a Mofex comic Wonder Woman. Like, for sure. So I think what's going on, well, I mean, I don't know any behind the scenes anything, but it seems that what they're doing is they'll get a comic, like they get a comic story and they make figures based off that comic story. I think what they need to do is they need to get a Justice League comic story so they can knock out Green Lantern, Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Hawkman, whoever, and whoever the villain is in that. Like somebody had suggested Tower of Babel. That would be fantastic. You could get a race, you could have so much fun. I just need, like, that's how we're going to get a Wonder Woman, I think, is for them, for Mafex to license out a Justice League story, and then we'll be good to go with all kinds of awesome characters. I would love to see that. Pop Blender, Evening Blend. Got it, Mr. Madsen. Appreciate it, man. Sci-Fi George, I'd also love Jada to do Soul Calibur figures. I know I've seen them. I know I've seen the characters. I'd have to look it up. Let's see, like, you can name any cartoon, and I want to see Jada do it in their style. That's fair. That's fair. I can't argue that. Savage Crucible is making college football players and mascots and is open to possible NFL. That's right. They're just doing, so far, they've just shown Alabama, right? And are they doing the mascots too? I knew they were doing a player. I didn't know they were doing mascots. Like, the price for those licenses has to be insane. For instance, now that Hasbro isn't making Power Rangers, man, Jada would kill Power Rangers. I think that's a great idea. Be like, you know what, Playmates? No, you're out. As far as a realistic license, yeah, and they're super colorful. That's all kind of in Jada's wheelhouse. Subscribe. Thanks. Heck yeah. Good job, Skew. Sent links to our commercial and their channel we broadcast from, and the channel. Awesome, man. Appreciate it, Mr. Madsen. Pushing the button. I noticed that Being, he looks really great. He looks like the one from the Batman, the animated. Oh, that Bane. Yeah, this Bane is pretty remarkable. What I was stoked about with him is that this was the first large Mafex figure I was going to get. And so I was curious how well they were going to do. I think, yeah, he's incredible. So now I'm going to need bigger figures. Ugh, excuse me. We're going to need the Hulk. I need Mafex to make a Hulk now. Star, I wonder what the chances are of Jada approaching Blizzard Entertainment in the hopes of getting to make figs of StarCraft 1 and 2 and various Warcraft lines sold 1,000 times over. Warcraft, I wonder. Jada should do deluxe figures of Frankenstein Jr. and Grape Ape. I don't remember Frankenstein Jr., but I do remember Grape Ape. They're doing, I think a lot of the Street Fighter guys are going to come out deluxe. Let's see, just Alabama for now. That was in an interview. Players and mascots. Okay, cool, Skew. I appreciate it, man. And what's cool about college football right now is those players should get a cut of it too. See, more colleges in the works. I wonder, like Michigan, so University of Michigan, I know their logo is crazy pricey. Just anything with their stuff on it is crazy pricey. And it's one of the more recognized college logos, I guess. I wonder if they're going to go that far. I mean, Alabama is obviously crazy recognized too. So it seems if they got Alabama, they'd probably be able to go for most anybody they want to. Remember when Hasbro wanted $50 for their NBA Stars line? Now they're $8 at Ollie's and Burlington. Their starting lineup stuff. I forgot about Burlington. There you go, guys. So okay, what stores are figures showing up at for the holidays that aren't typically like that they're not typically at. Like I know in my area, Kohl's usually has a toy department kind of pop up, but what other ones are out there? Because we might be able to find some surprises somewhere. I love Jada, no question, but there's some lines I'd rather see someone else do. I'm thrilled that SHF is doing Lord of the Rings. I can't see Jada doing those characters as well as SHF. Jada for all the tunes. I wonder, you guys were telling me about an animated Lord of the Rings. So I wonder, you give the more realistic looks to SHF and you give the animated looks to Jada. I wonder what would happen there. Skew Raider, Sci-Fi George. That's why Harbinger Savage Crucible is going slow with what they put out. Man, yeah, I can't wait to see some of that stuff. All right, what do we have right now? We have 8:29. Guys, we're going to go till 8:40, so another 11 minutes. Let's get out anything else you're thinking. What are some lines? I mean, the big topic, obviously. What lines had you buy the wallet? It sounds like most of you have answered that, but if you haven't answered that, let me know which lines made you spend the most money this year. And also, hey, let's just chat whatever else you guys are thinking of. Ralph Bakshi, Jada, Lord of the Rings, I'm in. I think I remember the look of them, but I don't know why. Like I never saw the cartoon, but I'm vaguely remembering the look. Spaded one, 16 Birds and Greatest Adventure. Turn that soundtrack up. Believe it or not. Wait, no, that's not Greatest Adventure. We need Smiling Chun-Li. She needs to hang out. Of course, now I'm making it difficult for my hand to weave so I can push buttons. Let's see. Poor Mega Man. He needs a stand. What do I have? Let's see. Maybe what we also need here is our boy Matt Murdock. These are the ones, guys. These are the lines that have me. Like, and I think that as much as I love Mafex, I think that Jada is moving on up too. Like, these are probably the two lines that have me, or the two companies. I guess Mafex is more a line, but that have me the most stoked are Jada and all things Mafex. Now I really do need to start moving them over a little bit so I can fit. There we go. Let's see. Chun-Li's looking right at you. Boom shakalaka. And poor Mega Man. I didn't have anything for him to stand on. Jada doing the rank of Hobbit and Return of the King figs would be an undeniable insta-sell. Which one? Okay. Ralph Bakshi. I'm wondering if I'm remembering his or if I'm remembering the Rankin Bass. Because I can picture a Hobbit, but I don't know which cartoon it would be from. See, top figure line for me this year is definitely Hasbro, but Mafex would be a close second. This was a strong year for Medicom. Yeah, it was insane. Just these two. I've got Captain America off to the side. I love that figure. Like, it's not even right that he's off to the side. Hang on. I was waiting for Mafex to come out with this cap for what felt like forever. And when they finally did, I was so excited. And I love their Daredevil. Like, Daredevil crushed it. He killed it for sure. And it wasn't expected. Like, nobody thought Daredevil was going to be that good. But then he was. And I think objectively Daredevil's a better figure, but I'll always love Cap more than Daredevil. It's just how it is. Anton, a foul nerd. See ya. Everybody have a great night. You too, Anton. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you stopping by. Ooh, there we go. Let's move Cap over a little bit. There it is. Whoop. And down goes Mega Man. Skew Anton, take care. Bakshi did Lord of the Rings, right? Rankin Bass did Hobbit. Ah, maybe I'm thinking Rankin Bass then. Because I don't remember maybe a Lord of the Rings look. I'm not sure. This has been a good collecting year for me, getting less into the art side of things and enjoying more of the toy side. Less NECA, more Jada, less random purchases, more focus on characters. So, character as opposed to line, is that what you're talking about, Spaded One? Levelhead, Mafex Terminator has been one of my favorites. Got some great Mezco figs this year as well. That's awesome, man. I keep looking at that Terminator. I mean, the goal is to one day have all the Mafex. Maybe Jada, as well as other companies, should try experimenting with their own creations like Mezco did with their Rumble Society. It'd be so nice just to see creative people being creative again. Star, that would be awesome. And they probably, because of the cars, they could probably make that gamble. Like it can be a trick to make that kind of gamble. The one line, so the lines that I've noticed that people have been able to do it with and do a really cool job are NECA's Universal Monsters Turtles. I think those are crazy creative. And I think the Turtles of Grayskull are really creative. Like, I decided a while back not to get into that line, but that doesn't mean what the people putting it together are doing isn't pretty incredible. I think they look great. But I am with you. I do love people getting to be creative, especially with properties we know and getting to make their own stuff as well. Like, I would love, as much as I love the perfect versions of comic figures that Mafex makes, I almost want to see what they could do with just messing with them a little bit, kind of like Mezco does. Just little tweaks to see what they could do. No Way Home was epic. Defoe is the Green Goblin for sure. Sci-Fi George, Mr. Matson, Rankin Bass did Hobbit and Return of the King. Oh boy. And I'm clearly no help. I have no idea which one which one I'm picturing in my head. I've always been easily swayed to try new things by a good deal, and it's got me into lines I don't care about. That money could be better spent on things I actually care about. Yep, I have fallen down that same type of rabbit hole, man. It is nice when you're able to find a focus. Give us some cool, let's see, IPs first. Hanna-Barbera, Looney Tunes star to fund the originals. Yep, yep. I get what Star's saying. That would be very cool though. For me, it's Jada Edge Runners, SHF Lord of the Rings, Haya GMK Godzilla, and maybe more 3-0 DLX Transformers. Can't really afford more than that. Well, when you're going DLX, if you just skip those, like if you skip 2 DLX figures, isn't that like 20 Jada figures? I mean, yay. Not that I want to help out with your habit. Yes. All right. What do we got here? What's going on with the people? Woo, we got quite a few people checking out the live stream tonight, guys. Everybody, I want to thank you very much for taking that time to check it out. It's been a lot of fun. I know it's not quite there, but we've run out of conversation. So we're going to end it now. As always, I appreciate everybody stopping by to chat toys with yours truly. It really is a blast, and it's probably one of the real highlights of the week. So until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya. We're going to hit end stream now, and things are about to get awkward as I just wave.